Y'all, I don't even know where to start. From what I know, Aespa has always been one of the most loved 4th-gen K-pop girl groups. And I blink, and suddenly, there's a new hit tweet every day criticizing them, or straight up dragging them. It's so crazy. But in this video, I just want to talk about some stuff people are saying, and give my thoughts. I've always been a fan of Aespa. When they first debuted, I was a casual listener, but as time went on, I not only fell in love with their talent, but their music and concept too. But I will admit, I am not a fan of dirty work or rich man. I feel like dirty work is where all the hate started, you know? But anyway, let's get into some of the things people are saying about Aespa. Please note that every criticism that I have for Aespa is not coming from a place of hate. I genuinely love these girls, and I will forever cherish their talent. When you perform, there's a lot of things you have to consider. Your vocals, dancing, facial expressions, and overall stage presence. So for this video, I decided to watch a ton of Aespa live performances. And here's what I found. I touched on this on my previous Aespa video, but I have noticed that most times, whenever Aespa doesn't focus on singing live, they have high energy with their dance moves. But when they focus on their live vocals, their dance moves are a bit weaker than normal. Now, this isn't every performance. There are times where Aespa proves just how powerful they can be on stage. But I definitely do understand where the criticisms are coming from. And it also doesn't help that a lot of their choreography for these live performances rely on backup dancers and good camera work. And when you have many performances where you rely on the backtrack, good camera work, and lots of backup dancers, that is what you will be known for as a performer. I think the choreography for Whiplash is a great example of this. For a part of the song, Ning Ning, Giselle and Karina goes to one side of the stage and dances, while Winter just stands and waves at the crowd. Moves like this are awkward when you not only have no backup dancers, but also no crazy camera work to highlight their moves. Now, I do think it's ridiculous to expect a K-pop artist to have 100% energy all the time, especially when you consider their crazy schedules. But it is disappointing when, as a fan, you watch a live performance, especially from an award show, and it's lackluster. And let's talk about the fact that Aespa relies on their backtrack. A lot. Like, for a good amount of their live performances I come across, their mics seem to be really low and the backtrack is doing most of the singing. I don't know. It's just frustrating because I know they can sing. Like, I know they're not the only K-pop group that does this, but I wish Aespa would showcase their live vocals more, especially since they're from SM, a company known for their good vocalists. So you have choreo that relies on heavy camera work and backup dancers, lackluster energy when performing said choreo, and backtracks that are too loud in many performances. That's a recipe for a performance that just feels flat or underwhelming. I wish I could sit here and tell y'all that Aespa are amazing performers, but they need to work on a lot of things before I can proudly say they've reached that level. So, like I stated earlier, I understand where these criticisms online are coming from. Aespa does have some good performances, where they not only serve good vocals, but also good energy. The main thing I think Aespa needs to fix is their choreography. Stop focusing on camera work, and remember that this choreography will be performed on big stages with no backup dancers. Give the girls choreo that they can comfortably perform live, whilst not sacrificing their live vocals. At the end of the day, Aespa still has strong vocals and potential to get better. I mean, just look at how much they've improved since debut. But unless SM changes the way their stages are structured, especially their choreo, the criticism about their performances will only get worse. Now on to number 2, Karina can't dance. Yes, there has been a lot of discourse over whether or not Karina can dance, and it's because of this clip right here. I will admit, she looks a little silly, but does this define her as a bad dancer? Here's what I think. Compared to her peers and by K-pop standards, Karina is not a bad dancer at all. I know K-pop stans love to find clips and blow them out of proportion, but after taking time to watch many Karina performances and fan cams, I can confidently say she is not a bad dancer. There are things she could work on, sure, but that clip, in my humble opinion, is another example of Aespa being given choreo that does not fit them. They cannot execute in a good way that doesn't look awkward or silly. I know it may seem I'm just giving them excuses, but this is how I genuinely feel. I don't know what to tell you. Yes, there are performances where Aespa is lacking, but I already touched on that earlier. Discrediting Karina's talent because of one clip is just just silly in my eyes. When there's countless clips and performances where she proves she's a good K-pop dancer. Is she the best 4th-gen female main dancer? No, but she's still good. And we're not gonna sit here and pretend she's not. Now on to number 3, Lesserafim versus Aespa. I honestly had no idea that Fear Nots and MYs had beef like this. I'm so shocked. This is why I don't involve myself into fan wars, because it's just people from both sides throwing around senseless hate, and none of it is constructive or leads to anything useful. I will just sit on the sidelines with my popcorn and keep my thoughts to myself. Now, let's talk about the recent music video that has sparked a lot of confusion and criticism. The entirely AI-generated remix video for Rich Man. Instead of releasing something simple like a visualizer, a performance video, or even just an audio upload, SM Entertainment chose to put out an AI-produced music video. This decision comes on the heels of Aespa already facing accusations that AI imagery had been used in the original Rich Man video, which makes the timing of this release even more questionable. And to be completely honest, I can't defend this choice. The video itself feels disjointed, nonsensical, and lacking in any real artistry or vision. Rather than enhancing the song, the AI visuals distract from it, creating an experience that feels more like a rushed experiment than a carefully planned project from one of SM's top groups. What makes this worse is the missed opportunity. A big company like SM Entertainment has access to some of the best creative directors, choreographers, visual artists, and production teams in the industry. They could have collaborated with new filmmakers, animators, or even up-and-coming digital artists who would have brought fresh ideas and human creativity to the table. Instead, they opted for what looks like a low-effort, AI-produced product. It's just disappointing. Choosing AI over actual artists and performers not only undermines Aespa's artistry, but also takes potential work away from professionals who could have delivered something infinitely more compelling. Like, literally anything would have been better than this. And on top of all that, the remix is trash. At the end of the day, Aespa's not the disaster their haters make them out to be, but they're also not untouchable. Their vocals are there, the talent is there, but until they fix their messy choreography and stage setups, the criticism online isn't going anywhere. Plus, releasing music videos made entirely with AI won't just fuel the criticism and hate Aespa is already facing. It risks making people question their authenticity as artists. Whenever Aespa performs on shows like Billboard Music Awards or GMA, they will get exposed and dragged for their choreo because it relies too much on certain camera work. Karina's not a bad dancer, and one clip doesn't erase her skills. And the fan wars with Lesserafim? Just unnecessary. Aespa has already improved so much since debut, and if SM actually plays to their strengths, all this criticism could flip into praise. Until then, people online are gonna keep dragging. That's just the reality. If you like this video, give it a like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.